What's going on, y'all, man? In this video, just going to be actually talking about why I switched to a creative media agency. Basically, having a creative media agency, now switching to that, and I do business as that. And I still have a video production company in the whole, but if someone was to come up to me and ask me what type of business I got, I would tell them I have a creative media agency. And the reason why, for real, is because, for one, it sounds good and it sounds way better. And hold on, let me fix these lights real quick. Thinking that I pointed directly. All right, but for one, it sounds way better than saying having a video production company. I think that me saying that I have a creative media agency is more beneficial than saying having a. To be honest, having a creative media agency, it's like so much I can offer to a brand, and I even remember when I was first, when I was first starting out, and I probably told this like numerous of times in videos, but I remember like actually starting out, like I didn't know which lane I wanted to take, but I always had a video production company, but I was always doing random stuff at times, and sometimes some services that I offer wasn't videography or filmmaker services. It was most of it was like photography services, and so it was like, even this is I'm gonna tell this another story in another day, and me going back to photography school, which made sense to me, and it still makes sense to me, but I wanted to actually blend the two together, filmmaking and photography together. When I actually blend the two together, I was like, hold on, like, okay, if I got a video production company, this was just my mindset and the way I was thinking. I was like, if I got a video production company, but we mainly produce just videos, which I can throw in photography as well, but I was like, I don't really know too much about photography, but let me go ahead and go back to school for photography so I can enhance that and blend that together. So like I say, I'm gonna tell a whole different story of me going back to photography school, but just giving you a summary of this is what I was thinking, this actually going into having a creative media agency. And so going back to photography, it's like it got my mind racing, got me thinking, and I was like, okay, I'm actually getting better in photography, and the fact that I'm getting better in photography, learning tricks and gimmicks and stuff like that of photography when it comes down to Photoshop, Lightroom, and currently some other stuff that I learned in photography that I can apply into filmmaking. And then it had me thinking to myself, I was like, dang, what I'm building currently right now, going back to photography school, I'm saying, like, it's bigger than just a video production company that I can really actually have. And even probably told this story numerous of times too, even of the fact that like trying to figure out who I wanted to serve. And so when I established and actually wanted to serve just brands in general, and I was like, what is an actual better way to approach a brand or someone that approached me and tell them like what you do, what type of business do you have? That's what I'm trying to say. What type of business do you have? And just off the strength of like learning just different stuff, watching YouTube videos and all, like, I don't know. And, looking at other people, and I'll be honest, it just made me realize like I can offer way more. My wife is calling me. Well, hold on. Hello?
Hey.
Babe.
Tyreek?
I'm making a video right now, babe.
Okay. Well, I'll talk to you later then.
Okay, love you.
Love you too.
Alright. Just text me. Okay. But is it still recording? Yes, it still is. Alright. But try to remember my train of thought. But I just thought it would be more beneficial of saying that. And having a creative media agency, it's more beneficial and there's more I can offer even with that. And so just off the strength of having a creative media agency, researching like what is a creative media agency and what do they offer, what do they do? And with a creative media agency, it's self-explanatory. You just go out there and you actually create, but more to it. And man, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. My wife calling me kind of messed me up, but lost my train of thought. And but just to look it up, a creative media agency, and I can offer more services and offer the strength of filmmaking, even marketing, advertising, and even off the strength of even photography services as well, branded photography. And those, most of the services that I offer within this creative media agency that I have. And also too, it's like I can have full control of the person's social media accounts. And if I want to, and I'm not gonna say, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna say if I want to, I'm going to. I said the wrong word, I'm going to. And I can actually even build a team around that. And when I was going as a video production company, I didn't really know, like, even of the fact how to even actually build a actual team around that. Like, I don't know, I was researching, like, okay, what can I do in this lane? What can I do in that lane? And most of it didn't kind of make sense. But like I say, having to say that I have a creative media agency now, it's like, it's way more different now. And it's like, sound way more beneficial. So, man, now most of the things I do now within my business is change. It's very different. Now, man, I even got to the point, even the pitch even sound way different than it did before. If someone was to come and approach me now, and I would say to them, and say, what you do? So I have a creative media agency where we empower brands with strategized content that generates results. Now, off of the strength of saying that, it sounds way more better, simple. And what I had before, it was like man, that was stressful. I'm not gonna lie to you. But now just even saying that, it's like, okay, I have a clear focus of, okay, who I want to serve and how I'm going to serve them. And so now what I do is I create content. I am my own client. Now, I'm going off the strength of editing the video, posting the content, making the content, and even like this, posting the content automatically, coming up with different strategies, different ways to even engage with the audience, engaging with clients and getting clients. And it's like my mindset that I'm thinking of, like, if I'm going to have a creative media agency with the pitch that I'm offering to different brands and stuff, I'm saying that I empower brands with strategized content that generates results. I got to create results I got to create content myself. And so that was my mindset. So I'm thinking, so I have to sell you content. And if that makes sense what I'm trying to say. So basically, what I'm trying to say is I have to be the expert at creating content and knowing what works and what don't work, and for your particular brand, whatever brand that you have. And so it was like thinking to myself, okay, if I'm going to do this for another brand, why not start off with me first, being my own client first? And so that's where I'm at currently right now, me being my own client to my business and seeing what works and seeing what don't works, and seeing what content is more so trendy. I don't try to follow the trendy content, and I try to follow content that will be more so authentic to my brand and just actually go about that. But man, like, I would say the shift from video production and saying a creative media agency sounds way more better. have say in a creative media agency, and just more beneficial to me. So that's why I'm doing business as a creative media agency. And so, man, if anyone out there that's want to be more beneficial to, I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm just going to put that out there. But if you thinking about serving brands and all, I would say this advice I'll give you, and watch. I wouldn't say watch what you say. I would say when you come out your mouth and you speak of exactly what you do, and think about what you're trying to say to that person, or what you're trying to convey to that person about your business. And if that makes sense, what I'm trying to say. And basically, me saying I have a creative media agency, and which one would sound more beneficial to the person that you're speaking to, or you about to do business for such and such brand or whoever. And just know what sounds more beneficial to clients that you trying to serve. And like if you were a hairstylist, and there's probably a certain way you might say you're a hairstylist. And but we know, I'm just saying, like within this channel, we talk about filmmaking and photography. And but if you're a photographer, there's maybe a certain way you say that makes you different or makes your brand stand out. And so I'm trying to say is when you out there and you telling people what you do and for your brand, and just keeping back in your mind what sounds more beneficial when I'm pitching to a brand or so. But that's all I got to say, man. I'm not gonna lie. I got church at 7 and it is 4:32. Might take a nap or I might make another video. I don't know yet. But I know I'm gonna call my wife back. And but that being said, like, comment, and subscribe. I gotta get better at that. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. If you're looking for more content like this, man, like, comment, subscribe to the channel, because it even helps the channel, helps the algorithm know that who we actually serving, who we actually talking to. And that being said, day by day, said better day. Swim for life. We out.